Hello Virgos, sexy Virgos. Welcome to your reading. So, why do I call y'all sexy Virgos? So, well, I want to say because Virgo can be in the mind a lot. And the mind is the sexiest part about you. 2, so I have this, I'm bringing this up because I noticed in some of the comments, most of y'all like it. But there's 1 or 2 that I think are like, I don't know. I don't want to be defined as just being sexy. But that's not the only part of you. It's just the part of you that I'm defining when I come into the reading. It's like Leo is a pussycat. I'm not, going into all the other attributes. But, so my, what is this deck even called anymore? I don't remember. It's been so long since I've actually used it. It's like a zodiac deck. And the sexiest card in this deck is Virgo. Look at that. Look at that. That is honestly like the sexiest card in the deck. Yeah, there's mine. There's Aries. This is kind of like a whirlwind of fire. Oh my gosh, look out. But yeah, like, so, that's why. And just because I think someone was, I think one of them was joking, one of the comments last week. They did say, I don't really like you calling this sexy. I have a mind too. I think it was like just being sarcastic. I mean, no, you know what? If you want to be everything, if you want to be the emperor, the empress, yeah, you're gonna be sexy too. And you're gonna be intelligent, and you're gonna be loving, and you're gonna be smart and witty and hardworking and nurturing, right? Sexy's part of that. That's holding up those wands, baby, right? So you want to hold all the different elements. So there you go. That's why y'all are sexy Virgo. That's why y'all are sexy Virgo. Oh, jeez. See, I'm just clumsy. I try and then I'm like, really? And then I'll trip over something. Okay. The hummingbird. I haven't even had time to explain what we're doing. We're doing a spiritual guidance spread, starting with the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle deck and going into Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Tarot deck. The hummingbird. So this card is supposed to represent the primary concern with your spiritual journey. And I want to say your spiritual journey is your life. What's going on in your life right now? What's happening? A significant part of your life. Oh, see? The underline is the turtle. I'm kind of getting like coming up out of deep emotions here, like slowly coming up out of deep emotions. Maybe even a deep emotional darkness. Coming up out of this deep emotional darkness and then coming into like, because that was water and this is air, coming up into, very clear, happy. I want to almost give this like a 10 of Cups energy because the rainbow is being produced all around the bird. Maybe even a 9 of Cups because the bird is on their own. But it's happiness, it's fulfillment, it's clarity, it's lighting the way for yourself. You're shining so brightly. Your vibrational energy is at such a nice level that even if, darkness tries to creep in, you just repel it. It just kind of bounces off you without you even thinking or knowing really that you're doing it. So that's the concern here. Okay, well, yeah, I guess if you're coming out of this, here we go. So this is interesting. So underneath the turtle is the moth, and that's air energy. And the moth can be about bad habits or things that we've done in the past that don't serve us very well. So coming up out of this deep, dark emotional place, a deeper or darker emotional place perhaps, so you've been through something, and just, wanting to know that I'm really going to the light. How about that? Because I always talk about this moth is sitting by the porch light that was left on all night, flying into it, kind of hurting themselves, because they're not flying into the real light. And that's what you have here, which is the real light. So let's see what the cards come on. This will be interesting. So we're getting 7 more cards. And these are from the tarot. Oh, that makes sense. Huh. Wow. Oh my gosh. Is that in the same spot? This is so weird. I don't know what is going on with my channel. I really don't. I've been pulling cards and they end up in the same, like a card will end up in exactly the same spot. The same card in exactly the same spot for the zodiac that I just did. And I pre-shuffle. And it doesn't, and I know it's not even because it's not even the same cards around this card. So before you, I did Leo, if that means anything to you guys. But it's something like that's happening a lot. And as I'm saying that, the Chariot, which was the last card in Leo's reading. And here it is in yours. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. The 2 of Pentacles is at the bottom. I'm getting a rebirth here because you have the World coming in with this 5, like beside this 5 of Pentacles into the Sun. It's like a big leap. It's like a big leap. And that's been going, I've mentioned that in the Leo reading. It seems to be going around a lot in my readings, like, but it's good because it seems like, you know, if you're in something, okay, there's my Robin friend. Oh, that was, you just didn't hear that. That was the Leo reading. If you're in this, like this is really a depletive energy. It's a 5. 5s in the tarot are really, there's a need for change here. It's not a good energy. It's a low vibration. You're feeling kind of low vibrationally. And it's not that you always have to be high vibrational. No. Sometimes you got to get into this energy. You got to meet it head on because maybe that, this heavier energy, this negative situation or circumstance is keeping you, it's wearing on you, and you have to meet it head on and push out of it, right? And the best way to do that is, I know I just got this visual of if the energy is low, but you stand taller than it, but if you meet it, it's going to trip you up. If you meet it from like the knees, and it's here, but if you come down and you meet it head on, you can push through it without falling and proceeding. Does that make sense? Because I'm getting a lot of this being in this very depleted energy, being in like a 5 of Cups, a 5 of Pentacles, a 5 of Wands, but it's been more 5 of Pentacles and Cups lately, which tells me it's someone's situation, like their physical situation, as well as an emotional situation. And then you go into the World, and it's followed by the Sun, which is wish fulfillment, right? You're like, well, how do you do that? How do you end a cycle of this and go right into wish fulfillment? I don't know, you're about to tell us. So let's see. I think well, we did get some messages in some of the other readings about that too. Yeah, so the 2 of Pentacles. So what I want to say about that, it does feel like there's a rebirth here with the butterfly too, and it's underlined, and you're going from this darkened turtle into this really lit up hummingbird. That's your primary concern. I can see that because you're probably trying to think, well, how do I keep this balance? Like, if I'm so used to being in this negative energy, how do I keep myself? If you've all of a sudden the universe has popped you into something positive, how do I stay that? How do I keep that going? Because you're trying to balance 2 aspects or 2 concepts of your life here as well. Maybe there's a part of your life that is very negative, but there's another part of your life that is like, so you could be functioning at 2 completely opposite ends of the spectrum here. And this part of your life is like this going on, and in this part of your life, it's like, wow. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. Your motivation for guidance is this 5 of Pentacles. Or at least that's what I'm going to tell you. This is what it is, okay? No, it's the tarot. Spirit, your spirit guides, the universe are telling you. That's why you're here. That's my musical washing machine. So my washing is done. It's so happy. Do you notice that about appliances now? They're so happy. They're so musical. Like that. So area in your life you're anxious or disheartened about is the world. This is a major cycle coming to an end and another major cycle starting up. I just think it's really kind of cool that you're going from a 5, you're ending a 5, and you're leaping right into the sun. That's awesome. But I want to say too, because it's such a big leap, it reminds me of a roller coaster. It reminds me of, you know, like if you're way up here on the roller coaster, it drops down and it leaves your heart and your stomach are still up there, but the rest of you have come down. And now, just as the heart and the stomach are starting to come into alignment with the rest of your body, back up. And so it's, yeah, like you're going to feel that. I was saying you're going to feel it emotionally and physically to do something like that. Now, what you're anxious about, I hate to say it like that. What you're anxious about. They're telling us that what you're anxious about is this. Yeah, right? And it's like sitting strapped into the roller coaster, waiting. You've checked your harness and your seatbelt 4 times. Okay, I'm okay. And now here we go. So you're anxious about it. You're sitting on the roller coaster getting ready to go. And the events or energy affecting you are the sun that you're not aware of. Is the happiness. Maybe you only see the dip in this roller coaster. Here comes the rise. The advice card here is to just have fun. Just have some fun. Just celebrate. Just have some good times. Really. 3s are about growth and expansion. Just let this grow the way it should. Let it expand the way it should. Oh, look at this. Okay, so this next card, here's the best way to move away from your worries, and that is the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is usually depicted as someone who's, you know, maybe someone has offered you a cup, but see, that's where it's coming in here. Because a lot of times the person being offered the cup is not really noticing the offer because they're focused on all this other negative stuff in their life. All these other disappointments. And, you know, and in the other typical tarot, it is someone sitting under a tree and there's 3 cups in front of them and they're sitting like, you know, really down. And then coming out of the clouds beside them is a cup, but they're not even seeing it. The universe is trying to offer you something, but not seeing it. So I guess be careful with that, because this negative, you know, it kind of felt like there's something in your life that could still be here, but yet there's another part of your life that's up here. So if you're staring at this, if you're totally focused on this, that's how you're not going to see this cup. And this 4 is staring at the 3 of Cups. And this is the best way to move away from your worries, is to focus on the happier parts. Focus on the happier parts. Kind of like by doing that, the rest of it, I want to say, maybe takes care of itself. And then actually moving forward in a positive light is the Daughter of Cups. Taking that of the cup, right? If the 3 here are your advice, right? That's kind of happy and celebrating, being with people you enjoy being with. And then this is a 4th cup, but you can be the one making the offer. You can be the one making the gesture in your own life as well. The possible result is the Chariot, like movement, really swift movement here. The roller coaster is going to pick up. The roller coaster is going to pick up pace. All right, let's clarify the hummingbird. I'm going to start with the hummingbird. Clarification of the hummingbird. The 3 of Pentacles with the King of Wands. Ooh, yeah, see, like fire and light. Happiness. Opportunity. Very sexy energy too. So, geez, maybe you guys are dealing with Leo. Maybe Cancer with the Chariot card, but it's funny that like these two cards here are sitting exact same cards in the exact same spot they were for Leo, and now you're getting the King of Wands here. So as it is, it may not even be, you know, it doesn't even have to be their fire sign. It could be their moon, their rising, their Venus, could be some other placement. Could just be the energy they're in right now, being like a big leader in their lives, other people's lives, having a lot of pride in what it is that they do, being very sexy and dynamic, wanting to be the center of attention, all that kind of Leo energy. So the King of Wands and the Three of Pentacles with your hummingbird. It's feeling like being the focus of the attention, maybe. Maybe you're so used to being in this Five of Pentacles energy, like things are kind of darker and gray and people not really paying attention or being very interested what's going on with you. But if you got something in your life that's starting to be up here, all of a sudden people are like, wow, what's going on with you? And it's making you look really good too, because the King of Wands is all about looking very fine. Looking very fine. King of Wands looking fine. People wanting to work and collaborate with you. The Five of Pentacles is your motivation here. I will clarify it. I don't know. Oh, wow. I didn't expect much to come out, and look at that. Pretty big cards. The Justice card, the Emperor, and the Page of Cups. Oh, there was another reading I did another time where the Page of Cups was with the Emperor. It was an interesting story. But some sort of balance here. Isn't it interesting? Because this is a big leap to go from an Emperor to a Page of Cups. Something has changed. At least jumping into, so you could be in one part of your life, you could be very Emperor-like. Emperors to me are like the embodiment of all the kings in the deck. So the kings tend to be very much in control. Control of their feelings and their emotions, in control of their pentacles, in control of their home, in control of their work. Like it's a very boss energy. It's the Emperor. I mean, what is an Emperor? So, but then this Page of Cups, I'm just getting this, you know, juxtaposition here of different elements. So in one aspect of your life, you're like the Emperor. And in another aspect of your life, you're like a Page of Cups. Now, both of those are really high vibrational. The Page of Cups is just very new. So this could be, you could be moving into a situation where, you know, in one aspect of your life, you're very established. People really look up to you and what it is that you do or you offer. You're really like a big leader here. Or in this other aspect of your life, it's feeling very innocent and new about where you're going. But it's very genuine. And I think it's interesting that this should come out like that, because if that's what's going on for you, I want to bring up what message I got with these two cards. I don't even remember the reading, but you know, because I think someone was offering, this Page of Cups was coming towards an Emperor. And at first I said, well, jeez, you know, the only person who should be offering the Emperor anything is the Empress, because that's like the equal. But then I was like, wait a second. The Emperor appreciates honesty. The Emperor appreciates openness, because the Emperor being the embodiment of all the kings, it's got the King of Swords in there. So yeah, please tell me the truth. Let's have a truthful conversation here with the King of Cups as well. Totally understands feelings and emotions, understands if you need to express that. It's, you know, there's an appreciation for honesty on all the different levels of life. And this is very childlike. And what, you know, I get from this is, because this person has the balls to come up to the Emperor and offer this, the Emperor is actually like, wow, that's I admire you for that, because nobody else is doing that. Everyone else is afraid or intimidated or, you know, of the Emperor, but this isn't. So even, I want to say it's funny, even though, you know, looking at them from the typical standpoint of what tarot represents, this would not be an equal offer of the Emperor. This would not be worthy of the Emperor. But because of the honesty and the innocence, and the truth of what this offer is, it is respected. And it can, I want to say it could work its way up into being Emperor or Empress energy. Because you are looking at a leap here. You're going from this Five of Pentacles into the Sun. So maybe you're like figuring out, how do I go from an Emperor? So here's an example I'm getting, because the Emperor is like boss energy and cups are like feelings and emotions. So maybe you could be like a CEO of some massive company and you've fallen in love with someone, but it's not really a road or a path that you've taken before. So you're feeling very new in that. You're kind of like, I don't know what I should do. But in the other aspect of your life, like you have all the answers for everybody. So it is a big leap. Area in your life you're anxious or disheartened about is this ending and beginning. It's disheartened or anxious. That's what it is. It's disheartened. It's just, oh, where did this come out? It's cute. So we have the Six of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. It seems like kind of like turning, yeah, like turning something that you have an emotional connection to. Or even like with the Knight of Cups, like this romantic energy, wanting to be romantic. Okay, here's what I'm getting. Wanting to be romantic but offering a pentacle. Wanting to be romantic and offering a pentacle. Which is like, everybody has a different love language, correct? So it's kind of like, well, my love language is coins. Because I deal with coins. So wanting to offer something monetarily as opposed to, but boy, it's certainly been being driven by emotions and feelings here. And it could be from someone from your past, reconnecting with someone from your past. Maybe it was Five of Pentacles and now it's moving into the Sun. Is that reconnection? And it could even just be a soulmate connection too. It's like, because I know I always get in a comments, I don't want my ex coming back. And I know we all. Doesn't even have to be an ex. It can be a friend. It can be somebody that it never took off with in the past, and then it does. I kind of read that most of the time for someone from your past. Usually an ex. There's all sorts of like energy coming in with that. So the events are affecting you that you're not aware of, which is the Sun. So wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment is affecting you and you're not aware of it. The Five of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the King of Swords. So really fighting through, struggling through something here and getting yourself into happiness and then really being like the boss. If I was going to, you know, if it wasn't the Emperor, I would say like the King of Swords is very, very boss-like. But their approach is that in all aspects of life. Whereas like the King of Pentacles, you know, Virgo being a pentacle, the King of Pentacles can be very nurturing, very father-like in the home environment and still at work be very business-like, have all the answers, kind of fathering other people even at work and at home, where the King of Swords is just about, you know, really going on the truth here. Stick with the facts, what it is that we need to know. Like how many funds do we need to allocate to do this? How many resources okay, do it, make it. It didn't work, okay, you're fired. Like it's just like I'm not feeling how this King of Swords, unless this is someone that you're dealing with. This King of Swords, you're dealing with this King of Swords. Is it feels like they're holding up a sword against your happiness. I want more on this King of Swords. How does this King of Swords have anything to do Okay, the Three of Wands is coming out. Because you struggled through something here to have, like, to be independently happy with the Nine of Cups, to be really happy, to be able to make wish fulfillment. Maybe in the past, you've had this King of Swords energy, or you've dealt with that in the past, and it's this kind of this worry about hopping back into that. The Three of Wands, because you want to grow and expand. You want to do something. You want to be different. That's affecting you. I think just the want to do it differently, to be, and to have your happiness takes you there. Try not to focus on what you don't want or what direction you don't want to move into. Just focus on what you do want. The advice card is the Three of Cups. Jeez. Oh, wow. What a great... Okay. So the Ten of Wands and the Three of Cups and the Magician for the Three of Cups. This is the advice. What I get here is drop the burdens, because having a good time is the manifestation power that you're harnessing right now. Having a good time is what is manifesting for you. Being engaged in joyful situations. Going out for a drink with a friend or friends. Just looking to have fun. Just, you know, just let's just make this fun. How do we have fun here? And that actually serves as a manifestation. There's your advice. Go and have a good time. But you might need to wear your mask and your PPE. Although, more and more people I'm noticing are sort of bubbling. I don't know, are you guys doing that in other places? That's kind of becoming a thing here in Canada where we bubble. It started out east. It didn't really start in Ontario. It was never officially said, but I've seen it. And definitely seen it. Where, you know, two homes, you know, for the most part, you're self-isolating. Maybe you all work from home. The kids aren't going to school. The only time you go out is shopping with your mask and your sanitizer. Because you're not, like, interacting with other groups, so then you just interact with that household. And there's more in that. So you can maybe do that, right? I know, I have to figure out, like, people go back and watch some of these readings, like, months or years later, and like, what was going on then? So the best way to move away from your worries is the Four of Cups. Yeah, this is, yes, focus on the happiness. That's interesting. The Four of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, actually the Ace of Cups came out first. Oh, sorry, it's like a plane. Hardly ever any planes like where I am going anymore. They really shut down, like, travel. Become very quiet. It's unusual when you hear one. This Four of Pentacles has me stumped. Because this Four of Cups is moving towards the happiness. That's the best way to move away from your worries. And there's the Ace of Cups with that. But this Four of Pentacles is being kind of stuck, not moving, hanging on. Maybe it's not about, okay, I'm getting, it's not so much about how much money you spend, it's just how much fun you have, like, in what it is that you do. Because this person is hanging on to their pentacles. This is some sort of advice here to not move away from your worries. It's not what you invest in this monetarily, it's what you invest in this emotionally. Is what it is, yeah. Like, if for some reason, if you need to hang on to your pentacles, you're sort of being guided to do that. Like, it's okay. The Daughter of Cups, how to move forward in a positive light. The Daughter of Cups is the Two of Wands. Oh, now it's flashing. How is it? Oh, shit, I did it again. I forgot to format the card. To go quick, I have 4 minutes left. We're almost done anyway, so I don't feel like I'm rushing. But this is about making choices here. Making choices and going out into the world. Like going out and exploring. Just be safe with that again. The Chariot. See, this is the possible result. Movement. There will be movement if you follow, because it says to follow the advice here. So the advice is like to have fun, to enjoy happiness, to see that you can be an emperor at one end of your life and be the Page of Cups at another end of your life, that you don't have to, an investment in happiness and growth and fulfillment doesn't come from having to use your pentacles. It comes from the emotional aspect, right? So the Chariot. Ooh, wow, lots of wands. Okay, you're gonna be having a good time. I think that one was there first. So the Devil, the Page or Knave of Wands, and the Knight of Wands here. There's gonna be movement, like hot, heavy movement, really seductive movement, it seems like. And if you're worried, because it's interesting because the Emperor represents all the kings in the tarot, and here we have the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. So feeling sort of like these two new energies of like feelings, emotions, love, but passion and desire as well. But it seems like you leap right into the Knight there. So it's okay, the Knight of Wands. So I think you'll probably harness the Emperor in this other aspect of your life as well. It's funny, the Devil is yeah, and I just gotta get it clear. I got 2 minutes here. Quick. No time for stories, Cindy. 2 minutes. It's kind of like a countdown. 2 minutes. Oh yeah, the Four of Swords. Oh yeah, the Devil, because you've been held back. You've been resting into the Star. The Four of Swords into the Star. That is like, woo, yeah, what you really wanted to do. You've been waiting to get there, and it's built up. And then here you are, so it'll be okay. What's at the bottom? Quick. No, as soon as it hits the one. Oh, the Queen of Cups. See, it's all about the love and emotion. I'm really seeing like a movement here because you went from a Page of Cups to a Knight of Cups. You go from a Page of Wands to a Knight of Wands. And then here we have the Queen of Cups. So there is this progression. Oh yeah, and the King of Wands was over here too. You got it. You're okay. You're okay. You're going to do fine. So sexy Virgo. You're good. You're good to go. Whatever this is, if it's two, you can reverse the energy. I've got 1 minute left. You can reverse the energy. So if this is someone you're dealing with who is like this, and you're like, wow, are they going to step up on their romantic game or whatever that is? They have it. They're okay. They're good. All right. That's it. So thank you. I'm going to format a few cards. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.